Come see me, yo, I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family. Not just for yourself, I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. Who got bars? Who got bars better than me? Nobody. I'm in some kind of mood today. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I'm not going to be here. Oh, yeah, I got to teach a class tomorrow. The Bring Your Idea to Life training. Oh, shoot. The Bring Your Idea to Life training. Oh, no. Okay. No worries. It went off one of my streams. Okay. But anyway, what's up, everybody? It's Friday. I'm so excited to be here like always. And you know, every time I come live with you, I love for you to talk back to me and talk black to me because you know it is a dialogue and not a monologue. You guys know what to do. I love it. And if it's your first time coming here and hanging out with me, know that this is a dialogue and not a monologue. So I love to interact, engage with you guys. So please, the first thing I want you to do, what? Y'all already doing it. I want you to put your, where you at in the comments. I need a Smith. What's up from the DMV? Hey, lovely JR. Where you at? It's your birthday. Happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday, lovely JR. Oh my God. It's awesome. What's up, Torrance? Atlanta, B1, represent. Sunshine, Oklahoma City. What's happening? And listen, that's the other thing. See, Sunshine knows how to follow directions because she's here every single day. Now, the second thing I want you to do is I want you to put your Black-owned business in the comments. Why? Because with everything that's going on and what we're going to discuss today, and we're going to discuss some good stuff. And I actually have some really special guests that y'all are going to be amazed at the guests and the reason why I have the people that I have on here. And if you are a follower of, B1, if you're a B1 follower, then you know these people. But before we even do that, I want to make sure that you're putting your Black-owned business in the comments because we have to support each other with everything that's going on politically, with everything that's going on in this world. The only people that we have is us, y'all. So it's important that we support each other. So when you put your Black-owned business in here, we also want to know how people can contact you. Okay. So your business is what? How can they contact you? Where can they find you? I know. What's up, Naomi from New York City? Gail from Compton. What's happening, Gail? Royal Calhoun, you from Compton too. So we got two Comptons in the house. That's what's up. Comedian from See No Evil from Fort Lauderdale. What's up, Deborah from Oceanside? I need some businesses. I need some Black-owned businesses. Victory Village, Wellness Center, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. What's your website, Sunshine? What is your website? What's your website? All right. Any other if you are a Black-owned business or you know of a Black-owned business, I want you to put their information in the comments because I want to make sure that we celebrate you. Because with everything, again, that's going on politically, we know that we have to support each other. You know, we're going to talk about what's happening right now and the elections and all that stuff. But the reason why I want to make sure that we stay insulated, because you've got to look at other communities. You have like the Asian community that has the least amount of voting power, but they're insulated. So no matter what happens in the world, you guys are okay. We are okay. That's how we need to set things up. So all the things that's going on, we just going to sit back and eat our popcorn and we're going to mind our Black business and we're going to mind our Black business. Okay. We're going to mind our Black-owned businesses and we're going to mind our Black-owned businesses. And then, oh, by the way, if you want a t-shirt, go to conversationtees.com and get your minding my own Black business and minding my Black-owned business. All right. So listen, President Trump, he has this thing where he talks about woke, right? Remember woke was our word and they took it and they bastardized it. Remember that? They took our word, they bastardized it. And now they're talking about like trans rights and LGBT rights and all that stuff. Anything that's quote unquote liberal is quote unquote woke. And
Woke is bullshit. I don't know if you've been watching, but we got rid of woke over the last 2 weeks. Woke is gonzo.
So we took over the Kennedy Center. We didn't like what they were showing and various other things. We're going to make sure that it's good and it's not going to be woke. There's no more woke in this country. This woke has cost us a fortune and cost us our reputation.
I don't like the term woke because I hear woke, woke, woke. You know, it's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is. A lot of things going on with our military, with the woke and all this nonsense. They're not learning to fight and protect us from some very bad people. They want to go woke.
Woke means, it means you're a loser. Everything woke. Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit.
This idiot. So now if this is your first time watching, you see this silly ass shit. They've taken our word that's been around since the 1930s where we're telling each other we need to stay aware. We need to stay woke. And so I have a group on Facebook. It's called Stay Woke, where I'm always trying to share insightful information to my people. This is information just to give you, like I do here, just giving you information on things that really will help you. Because I've said, look, we're gonna take our word back. Don't let these clowns take our word and make it something that it's not. Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center was too cultural, is what was happening. That's what wokey is. That's what woke is we've taken the Kennedy Center back. They talking about they had what they say they had a trans day for kids. Never happened. They just will lie and say anything to support their agenda. There's nothing like that happened. What happens is I would go to the Kennedy Center because I'm in the DMV, I'm in the DC area, and I would go to the Kennedy Center. They would have all kind of cultural things. They would have the Alvin Ailey coming out there. They would have, they had women in hip hop. Robert Glasper would come out and do some things. That's what they try. So now they want to have, I'm proud to be an American. That's what they want to have at the Kennedy Center now. And they don't want to have no more Black stuff, or they don't want to have any more cultural things. But for me, I've taken the word woke and I've turned it into an acronym, and it means wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered. We stay wealthy because we build in wealth. We are outstanding because we are excellent, Black excellence in action. We're knowledgeable because we are always investing in educating ourselves so that we can become better. And we're empowered. And not only are we empowering ourselves, but we're empowering people, other people, our communities. That's important, y'all. And so I have a woke tip that I try to present to you on a daily. Sometimes it don't happen because I get caught up in the conversation, but I had this woke tip that's been sitting here for a few days that I was supposed to share with you a couple days, but all the other stuff that was going on, I got distracted. But here, let me give you this woke tip. Welcome to the Woke Minute. It's your girl, Constance Carter. This is where we will drop quick tips to build wealth, seize opportunity, gain knowledge, and empower your legacy. Budgeting isn't just about cutting lattes. It's about making your money align with your mission. Today, take 15 minutes to write down your top 3 financial goals. Whether it's investing, paying off debt, or building a business, then look at your last week's spending. Does it match your mission? If not, it's time to pivot. Because when you know why, your wallet will follow. We are woke, wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered, and excellence is our standard. Stay ready so you never have to get ready. When you stay woke, you stay wealthy. I love it. I love it. I think we got some visitors in the building. I see some American flags over here. Hold on. We got some American flags going on over here. America first. Let's welcome Chaz Pruitt to the show, y'all. Everybody, let's welcome Chaz Pruitt. We got some patriots in the building. Yes, I would love for you to comment. I would love to tell us why America is first, baby. You know what's so funny? Sophia said, I muted when you show him because I can't stand his voice. I feel you, but it's so freaking corny. It's so cringy. This motherfucker is so cringy. It just, he drives me bananas. But I need to just continue to impress upon you guys. Just make sure that we stop allowing them to dictate what we do, to create the narration or to narrate what goes on in our community, because for far too long we've adopted that, right? And now we're starting to see the tide turn. We talked about Black people being lazy when we know we're not lazy. How are we lazy? We work for free for 250 years. How are we lazy? When you talk about, I don't do business with Black-owned businesses. Why? Because they don't do good business. Why? Because somebody has put that in your brain to make you think that that's the case, and that's really not the case. There are Black-owned businesses that do great business. But what's happening is, with all the stuff that's going on with the powers that be, we're starting to realize our own power and our own worth. And so with that, I want us to take that word back. I want us to be empowered. We stay in woke. Yeah, we watching your ass. We watching your ass, all right? So I want to get in this conversation. I can't wait to have Chaz join us. This is going to be awesome. But I want to, listen, I got 2 really smart, bright, amazing women, and we're going to have a whole conversation, y'all. And listen, I'm not talking about any evidence that we've come up with in our minds. We're going to show you like real information so that you can kind of have an opinion for yourself. And we're going to discuss it. Okay. So first, I want to bring up my homegirl. She is, I will say, queen of all pop tings. And she's originally from Jamaica, man. She is a CPA, AI business expert, and she is a goddess, y'all. I want to bring up Miss Athena Gardner. What's happening? Oh, the goddess is back, hunty. Yes, honey.
Thank you for the lovely intro. I'm so excited to be here today to talk all things about this election.
Yes. You know, Athena, I missed you. You know, she's normally on the Fly Nubian Money with us. And I'm like, where's Athena? And Athena has been busy. She's taking up some new contracts and she's doing all these great things in the world. What are you up to these days, Athena?
Besides, consulting with people on their businesses as a CPA for sure, I've just been mostly just expanding, my business, especially in the realm of AI. That is something that, we definitely need to look into. And let's plug the Fly Nubian Money Club. I do have a AI session on the Fly Nubian Money Club. So if you guys are in the Fly Nubian Money Club, you can watch that session. But with everything,
why is AI important?
AI is important because it's the future. You want to future-proof yourself, whether it's your career or your business. And definitely, and I was preaching this before all the stuff that has happened since my hiatus. I said to Black people that we need to start our own businesses, monetize our talents, monetize our gifts, and start creating our businesses and using AI to streamline that process and streamline those processes. Because look at what's happening now. Trump came in, and how many federal workers don't got no job that they thought they were going to be sitting pretty. What, Constance, you're in real estate. I was told that the property values of a lot of homes in the DC, DMV area has got scared because they don't know if they can afford their mortgages anymore.
And so that's why AI is so important. Look, Karen said she loved it. She said she was there. She said she loved it. Everybody's showing you so much love, Athena. No, but that's real. So we always talk about being insulated, and that's extremely important when it comes to us Black people. We gotta be ready, because here's the thing: we are always reactive, and we're not proactive. It's like when gentrification occurs, Athena, and then we get mad at white people for buying our grandmama's house, but you're the one that sold grandmama's house. We always late on the late train.
All you had to do was continue mortgage, low payments, even if he's going to sell,
property taxes.
Pay the little taxes and make sure it's in your name. You'd have been good. You could have rented out grandmama's house and got more money.
Right. But now you're mad at the white people because they saw the value in what you didn't. And so we tend to be like that. But my goal with just this podcast and just educating people is to make sure that we're proactive and not reactive, that we're on the pulse. And that's why AI is so very important. She taught a dope ass class. I was there. I was like all ears. In fact, I was going to text you the other day because you said one of the prompts, I think I may have taken a picture. It's in my phone somewhere, but I was like, ooh, I'm going to use that. But I couldn't. It was some salesperson that you use. I'm gonna text you and ask you what strategy that was. But I was like, ooh, that was ooh.
Oh, I know. Wait, talking Blue Ocean strategy?
I don't know. Blue Ocean.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll
talk offline. Yeah. So the other person. Okay, so listen, I told you I got smart women here, right? So we got one more person that's getting ready to come on with us. And listen, I don't know if you watch the Fly Nubian Money. This chick is amazing. Marlo Layson is a producer and a digital growth strategist. But you know what she's also, you know what else I love about Marlo? Is that she knows some politics. She knows some policy up in this piece. Like that's the reason why I wanted to have her on the show and you on the show, because I wanted to have a really rich and thorough discussion about what is really what. What's happening, Marlo?
Everything is happening and nothing at the same time. It's pretty amazing, right? It's like so much is happening, but then when you look beneath all of the show and the smoke and the mirrors, ain't nothing really happening that's benefiting the American people. So I'm ready. I'm ready for this discussion.
You ready to dialogue?
As you said, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to get insulated. We have to get serious about our community longevity, right? And our community growth. And people talk about Rosewood and Greenwood and all of these places. you know, you always say that's when we had to work together, right? We were forced to work together. And it looks like we coming to that point again. So everybody needs to line their chickens and their ducks up and get them in a row, honey, and get ready to work, because it's about to be interesting.
So let me ask you a question. What are you doing in the world to make a difference, to help our folks?
So right now, I mean, obviously full time, I'm in the media, right? Pushing through the noise, pushing through the lies, trying to get to the truth, paying attention to what's going on with policy. But in my off time, when I'm not communicating to the people, I'm definitely trying to help small businesses align their brand strategies across their websites and their social media. So many people invest in social media, right? But they have websites that are just sitting there. Their website is just there to collect payments. Their website is just there because somebody told them they needed a website, but they aren't utilizing best practices. So I'm trying to help people drive that traffic to that website that you're paying for. Drive that traffic, get that content on your website. You be your own social media site. Let social media supplement what you got going on your website. Don't have social media driving the bus for you, because as we know, the algorithm is fickle. When they see you start making money, they make a few tweaks and changes. Now you ain't making no more coins, right? But if you get that strategy right, you start at your website and branch out from there, you will have success.
Okay. Sunshine, you always be putting your business up here, and this is for all of y'all. Y'all be putting your business up here, but you have no website. I ain't seen you say your website yet, Sunshine. I'm just saying, I keep telling y'all to put your websites up here too. Now you have somebody here that could not only help you get your website up, but help you get the search engine optimization. Because she said your website could just be a placeholder, just collecting dust. If that's what you want for yourself, if you want your website to be collecting dust, or if you don't have a website at all, that's going to stop your business. And I was actually talking to one of my advisors yesterday, and then I started advising her just on that very thing, because you got to be omnipresent. If you're on social media, that's cool. Get a website. If you have a website, that's cool. Make sure you have a mailing list. If you got a mailing list, that's cool. There's all kinds of things that you should be doing. So you got to be omnipresent. And this is for you business owners and you aspiring business owners. You have to be omnipresent in your business if you really want to move the needle in your business. Okay. So you got to do all the things. It can't just be singular one thing. So I'm on all, and I monetize on all of my platforms, whether it's TikTok. Well, I'm not monetizing on TikTok, but I do have the ability. I just haven't changed that setting to monetize. But Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, those are all monetized pages for me. It's because I go out and I push content on all of them. Some of them work and some of them don't. I just kind of do the spray and pray. And the thing about it is, if sometimes when it works on one, it don't work on the other. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna kill him with this. And then it got 15 views. And then the one where I be like, you know, where I got my eyelash ain't really done. And yeah, I'm just coming from the gym and I just had a quick thought. I just want to tell y'all real quick. That should get 1 million views. I'm like, what gives? You don't know.
It's driven by human behavior, so you don't know. You never know.
And the algorithm too.
And an algorithm. An algorithm that predicts human behavior. And then we take action.
There we go. So ladies, I want to start off with this video, y'all. So I saw this video. It was in the Stay Woke group. And somebody posted it. Where is it? Okay, somebody posted it, and then it prompted me to want to watch this documentary. But I'm just going to give you a little clip of what they posted in here, and I want you guys. I want to get you guys' feedback, and I want to get y'all feedback. But y'all in the chat, y'all in the comments, I want to know what you think about this. Is this true? Is this fake news? I don't know. Let's see.
Who won the 2024 election?
I have to tell you that I did a careful analysis of the numbers, and if it were not for ugly Jim Crow racist vote suppression tactics, Kamala Harris would have had an additional 3,565,000 votes. She would have won Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. She would have had 286 electoral votes. She'd won the popular vote by about 1.25 million, and the Electoral College by 286 electoral votes. Now, how the heck do I get this stuff? It's all from government figures. I've been doing, for 25 years, I've been doing work as a forensic economist. This is my specialty for the U.S. Justice Department, for several American attorneys general. And in the past couple of years, I've been doing, and for 25 years, I've been working on vote suppression calculation. These are hard numbers from U.S. government statistics. 3.5 million more votes for Kamala Harris if it weren't for ugly tactics. And I'll give you a few and give you some of the breakdown if you'd like. For example, the year before the election, leading up to the election, and this is an official figure from what we call the United States Elections Assistance Commission. Believe it or not, we have an agency until I'm afraid to mention it to Mr. Musk because it'll be gone tomorrow. But we have an agency which not only tracks all our voting, but it tracks all the non-votes. Because the nasty little secret of American democracy is we don't let everyone vote, every citizen vote, and we don't count every ballot. There's no other nation which disqualifies so many voters. So according to the U.S. Elections Assistance Commission, just before the election, 4,776,706 voters, almost 5 million voters, were purged from the voter rolls. They were literally eliminated from the voter rolls without any solid evidence, zero. I'm not talking about people who died. I'm not talking about people who moved or people who are too crazy to vote and have a court order that says they can't vote.
So that's a lot. So first of all, before I get your response or your reaction to that, I want to give a shout out to Brian Stanklin. What's up, my good friend? He is a Black Trump supporter, which should be an oxymoron, but he loves to come up in here and talk shit with us. That's great. What's up, Brian Stanklin? And look, oh, by the way, Brooklyn 70, he said he's so sick of you people. So damn sick. I just want to welcome you to the format. And then let me see who else we got in here. What? Pretending to be Black. I want to address the trolls today. This is good shit. Okay. Her twerk fest. We're not gonna talk about that. That's stupid. What happened to the 70K votes that voted for Biden in 2020 but didn't vote in 2024? Okay. Oh, so Delbert, I just wanted you to have some little patience. I thought this was about showing the real evidence. I got to do an intro first. We're gonna get into it, brother. I mean, like, come on, give me a second. You warm up a little bit. So, based upon what you just seen, what do you think about that, Athena? Let's just jump in. Let's talk about it. What y'all see?
Well, if what he was saying is true, right, then that means that these tactics, voter suppression, racism, by the way, that has been going on through a long time in history with elections. This is not even something that is new. We've all known that there have been tactics of voter suppression when it comes to the restrictions of IDs and when it comes to especially certain key states that are important to electoral vote in an electoral college. So this isn't something new. However, it definitely aligns with the theory that Trump or Republican Party at large did tactics to ensure that he was in office, and they have been planning this, by the way, because even if you didn't know anything about politics, for both the House, the Senate, and Supreme Court to be led majority by one party that has never happened. So you have to side eye here, but it also points to that while you are resting and sleeping, being lazy on stuff, there are people who are planning for years and executing on their plans to make sure that they can be in charge of you.
They've been planning this. They playing the long game. So they've been really good at convincing you what's for your best interest. But what do you think? Is this a reach, Marlo, or do you think there's some truth? Oh, tell me about it, girl. Because
it's true. I'm an active voter. I voted in every election since I'm 18. Every presidential election, I vote for school board, judges, all of that, right? And in June, now I had just voted. We had a sheriff's election that kept going on. They kept having lawsuits, and it originally was one vote between the two candidates. They did a revote, then they did a re-vote, and all kind of bull crap, right? So I had just voted at the end of March in the sheriff's election. In July, I get a notice from the state of Louisiana saying, well, no, I was actually writing a story about how voter laws had changed in the state. And so you needed to make sure if you change your address and everything, you got everything aligned. They created this voter portal so that you could check your registration. So I did it to be a good journalist to make sure that it works. My name and my honey's name are inactive. We had just voted in March from the same address, no changes, right? So we had to go to the elections people, make sure that everything was straight, show our driver's licenses, get everything verified so they could just put a little checkbox and say, yeah, y'all are active voters, but we are active voters. So this is very real. People experience this. Everybody's not like me, a journalist, doing stories about this and then checking the validity of these things that the government is putting out, right? So a lot of people showed up on election day and could not vote. That's an absolute truth. And I can say it because I experienced it myself in a red state that just went through a huge overhaul in 2024. They took all of 2024 to methodically change how voting happens in this state, in our neighbor in Texas, in Arkansas above us, in Mississippi to the east of us. All of these states have done the same thing. So this is absolutely real. And the documentary is good. People should go out and watch it.
You know, the crazy thing is, like, they're saying that if you watch, and I didn't put that clip in, but if you watch the documentary, it's called Vigilante Inc. By the way, they were looking at I guess Donald Trump, one of his supporter, or there's another documentary out there that talks about how people are stealing. There's voter fraud. And this whole documentary was based upon this one black man going to the ballot, him looking around because it's at night, and then putting a couple of ballots in, and they're like, smoking gun. And they're saying he's going all over this regular brother, got to be about 45, 50. Negroes ain't doing no shit like that. We just gonna go over here and just start stuffing. We don't cheat like that. Black people, we barely voting. You really think we cheating too? No, that's y'all cheating. You know, and for what you said, Athena, how he won everything. You know, Rosie O'Donnell had a great point. Look at what she said.
You know, a lot of people did vote for him.
Yes.
Do you accept their right to do that and their opinion of him?
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why the first time in American history a president has won every swing state and is also best friends, and his largest donor was a man who owns and runs the internet. So I would hope that that would be investigated and that we would see whether or not it was an anomaly or something else that happened on election night in America when Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums with people who supported her, and Donald Trump was not able to do that. So it's curious to me, and as an American and a believer in democracy, I would hope that we would be able to look at all of the reasons why this happened in our country.
Now, why more people aren't bringing the same point up is beyond me. But you really think, I know it's a lot of lunatics out there that'll vote for this crazy madman, but do you really think he would really pull the majority of the vote simply because nobody wants to vote for a black woman when she was filling up arenas, Marlo? Like, what?
I think, you know, listen, first of all, Barack Obama broke the black people getting a vote. Getting into office thing, right? Like this, Donald Trump's election is a direct backlash to the Obama presidency, right? And this is a reset. A lot of people see it as a reset. I work with people who are Trump supporters, and while they are timid to talk about how the eggs have not magically gone back down in price, they are still, they still talk hopefully, but in their eyes. Like if you look in their eyes, you know that they understand that we are spiraling downward, honey. They talking the talk, but their heart is not really in it, right? But they're invested in
the lie.
The lie. They are invested in the lie, and they're invested in what's good for my pockets is good for the world, right? And that is a terrible, terrible theory, like by which to choose your government.
But who? Because there's a difference between, class, right? So are you talking about wealthy white people, or are you talking about poor white people? Because I think poor white people and wealthy white people, they vote very differently for very different reasons. They'll vote for the same thing. The rich people, they're going to vote for Donald Trump because they think it's good for their pockets. The poor people, they voting because they don't want to see you get an advancement, your black ass. So who are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking about a mixture, right? We're talking about people whose families are poor, people whose families live in rural communities where ain't shit popping but the Walmart, right? But they still based on Christianity, based on immigration, right? Honey, no immigrants are invading the parishes of Louisiana in the way that it's talked about, right? If it's a state's issues, let the states that are having immigration issues deal with it, right? But they come together on these ideals that are really rooted in bigotry. They're really rooted in prejudice. They're really rooted in othering people, right? LBJ, you know, everybody famously quotes LBJ.
Wait, real quick. I'm sorry. You guys have to be nuts. There was people all over country stuffing bouts. Black people.
His name Gangsta Slim. Shut up. They will send your ass back to wherever they think you came from.
I am not taking advice from nobody with a profile picture with a blunt. I'm just not. I'm not taking no advice from nobody that look like they need a job.
Okay, go ahead. Finish your point, Mama. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what it was because Gangsta Slim took it. But that's, you know, listen, that's what rules the world right now, right? Is people like that who, without any evidence, say that people were stuffing ballot boxes. I saw that video you were talking about in the documentary where the guy is supposedly stuffing ballot boxes. They darken the video at some points. They brighten the video at some points. They contort the angle at some point. So it looks like it's different people, right? And the way that it's cut and the way that they're talking about it. Y'all need to read more. That's all I'm gonna tell you. There's so much information out there. The government tracks everything. If they track the damn slaves, you know they track the votes. This government tracks everything. The information is there. You just gotta know how to use Google, girl, and go and ask the right questions.
You know what I appreciate, even though it's not good for our community whatsoever, I appreciate the ability of other communities being able to come together on a goal, even if it's for different reasons, right? But being able to put whatever, you know, I'm a poor white, you're a rich white, but we agree on this, so we just gonna push this through.
Yeah.
And I just feel like with us, we get caught up in even politics, what your religion is, all these other things. And it seems like we just have an inability to just be like, all right, we don't really all, you know, agree on the same thing, but for this thing, we just gonna come together and execute on. For this, we're just gonna buy black and do this and execute on that. I think while I was away, they had the stop, don't buy anything at Target for a day, or don't buy anything for whatever, and we were able to do that. I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be nice if, you know, we could just like implement, just support black business just in general. I think.
No, I think that's true, and I think I have not seen any time in recent history where you had such polarizing views on voting with this election, right? Especially with black men, how they was hating on like these motherfuckers in here talking about the twerk fest and all that silly ass shit that they're talking about, and they were just, she's Indian and she's, you know, just trying to discredit, talking everything except for the facts. But this was a micro planted in your mind, and you guys are starting to regurgitate these white supremacist ideals, and to see brothers do that in the way that they were is just mind blowing. Like, y'all really letting these white people, Brian Stanklin, tell y'all what to think, how to think. You think Trump is really better for your pockets? Guess what? You making more money? No, a lot of your brothers and sisters, because I know Brian is in DC, then got laid off. A lot of your friends got laid off. So how is this helping black people?
I do think, though, even though black men did not vote in the same numbers as black women did for Kamala, majority of them did vote for her. So I will give them that. The majority, I think it was over 80% of them did vote for her. So they did show up in that way. I really do think that, for me, the election, right? I felt a few ways about it. I'm in Florida. I'm in a very interesting state right now.
You and Marlo.
Right. So I did go and exercise my right to vote. But after the election, and I know this sounds bad, but it really had me questioning: did my vote even matter? Because half the shit I vote for didn't go through anyway. Because I'm in a certain state, and that's how it's just gonna vote. Like if you have certain political ideals and you don't live in a state, in a majority state that supports that, I almost felt like, especially when it comes to the general election, I just threw my vote got thrown in the air, right? So there's that aspect of it. The other thing that was interesting to me when it came to this election was, you know, the part with Elon, because we see him in the office right now. Elon owning Twitter, Elon being a billionaire, and Trump facing all these charges that he had. I really do think, and obviously this is my conspiracy theory hat on, obviously there's no evidence of this whatsoever, but I remember watching an episode of House of Cards back in the day, and the power of leveraging the internet and social media to target or to spread news or to do that. I do think that he had, I mean, if you own Twitter, I do think that you do have some power of influence, whether it's suppressing some things or pushing something. I do think that was in play. And I also do think between the donation and whatever power of you know, that's probably behind the back door conversation, I think a deal was made, and that's why we see him up and down in those hallways, like because he bought that office. Like,
of course he did. And I mean, you know, we're in a space in the country right now where anything goes, right? The internet has turned real life into the Wild Wild West. So anything goes on the internet, but now anything goes in real life as well. And so when you look at Elon Musk, who is a government contractor, how many people that are government contractors can walk into a federal office and make decisions, right? It's so out of pocket. It is a conflict of interest, and every time somebody says, well, this is a conflict of interest. Oh, I don't know if it's a conflict of interest. It's no conflict. Of course it's a conflict of interest.
Right. Why don't you know this?
A direct fiscal interest in the United States government, right? Obviously, if he can free up money in other departments, he is hoping that money can roll into the SpaceX program. He's hoping that money can roll into him having his software run the aviation division, right? This is all about how Elon Musk can get his technology and his little paws on the American government and do with it what he wants. But it's not new, right? If we are to study history, most people don't like to study history. Elon Musk's grandfather tried to do this in Canada. He tried to create a technocracy in Canada back in the 1920s and 30s, and they ran his ass out of Canada. That's how the Musk end up in South Africa. We must be students of history, people, so that we understand that past is prologue. What is happening now has already happened. It already tried it. I already did it. I already set the wheels in motion. He is just finalizing his grandfather's fantasy. And it didn't matter if it was in Canada. It didn't matter if it was in the United States. It didn't matter if it happened for him in South Africa. But he was going to make what he is doing now to happen. And he's got a perfect complicit idiot in Donald Trump, who has more federal charges than a rapper, right? This man got more court cases than any rapper you know. And we going in with our chainsaw, right? The chainsaw massacre. We got the DC chainsaw massacre popping, and everybody's just sitting back like, what do we do? Why did you know this was gonna happen?
Right.
So, Constance, you live in the DMV area, and I guess we can touch on this after our break, but I want, as someone who's currently living in the area that's being most hit right now, like, what is the temperature there?
Yeah. Well, first of all, a lot of Black people out here got these good. First of all, you said out of pocket really quick. I want to just say somebody who's out of pocket, who's so out of pocket. You know, you get the out of pocket award, Stella. We was over here cracking up, Stella. She said my housekeeper, who was a Black man, voted Cornel West. I told her to make sure he gets my toilets real clean.
Listen.
Listen, at the AB, remember Dr. George Fraser? That's my mentor. Dr. George Fraser was at ABC, and the VP, the lady running for VP, was right there on the panel with him. He was like, "You gonna lose."
I bumped into Dr. Fraser in the elevator. He was like, "I don't know."
He said what? What
he talked about it. He was like, "I don't know where these people are coming from. Like, we can't be wasting votes on you.
We cannot be wasting votes. Like, why are you here being a fucking
distraction? Ain't nobody voting for your ass. Like, sit your ass down. Let's focus on what we need to focus on. Let's get our agenda together. Y'all out here, you are so out of pocket. But anyway,
so do I need to buy a house in DC? Is it cheap now? What are we doing?
Not yet. Not yet, but it's you. There are more houses that are for sale, but they still buy it out here. Actually, Governor Wes Moore is trying to fight against it. So there's some things that he's putting in place, and that's so dope that we have this Black governor. My girlfriend who was on here a few weeks ago, she is now the county executive. She was the state's attorney. We have, the mayor of Baltimore who's Black. Black people is running shit. You got Muriel Bowser in DC who's Black. Now Trump is whipping her ass right now. He's getting his get back with Muriel Bowser right now. So it's just a lot of stuff going on, but I think people are still, they're still in motion. They're still fighting. But it is a lot of people who are affected. A lot of people who are affected. Really quick, I want to go to a break really quick because I want to tell you, because the reason why I come here live every day is I just want to help you to be able to do what? Grow your money and not blow your money. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about what the Grow Your Money community is. Have you joined the Grow Your Money Club yet? If not, why not? The Grow Your Money Club is a comprehensive program designed to take you through the complete wealth building journey. We don't just offer random courses, we guide you along a clear path, starting with fixing your credit and becoming a certified credit expert, to building your business, increasing your cash flow, diversifying your portfolio, and ultimately letting your money work for you. With over 30 trainings designed to increase your net worth, you get to either purchase the trainings individually or go through the 12-month roadmap. Here are just a few of the courses. From campus to cash flows, this is teaching your children to become real estate investors. The Wealth Map training shows you how to eliminate your debt, increase your credit, and diversify your revenue. You can learn to write your book using ChatGPT. Learn how to build your online community. What about 8 ways to make money using AI? Oh, and here's 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dream. How about learning how to purchase tax deeds or land banks? What about getting started in government contracting? If you're a rookie, the Real Estate for Rookies training has everything you need. The Business Blueprint training will help you build your business foundation, get business credit, get business funding, and learn how to pay yourself so that you can scale your business to the next level. Or perhaps you want to create jaw-dropping video content using CapCut, Midjourney, and ChatGPT. There are so many trainings and master classes within the Grow Your Money Club, and I also drop 1 new training per month. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity to invest in yourself, because guess what? You are your biggest commodity. You are your biggest investment. Join the Grow Your Money Club today. So he says fear in the air in the DMV. And this is the reason why I'm so adamant about us having our own. This is why Dr. Boyce Watkins talks about having our own. We have to get in alignment with building our own businesses. Marlo helps you get your SEO out there. So if your business don't sell, it's going to fail. She's going to help you get your business out there. So Marlo, somebody put in there earlier, how do I get in contact with you? So make sure you put that in the comments, because somebody said they wanted to get in contact with you for your SEO. For Athena, she shows you how to build your business using AI. Okay. So the reason why, of course, having these conversations are important. The reason somebody said, what's the ROI for this conversation? Because we want to educate Black people on what's really going on. But the biggest thing is we got to be self-sufficient, independent. I'm actually not mad at anything that's going on right now, to be honest with you. I'm letting these white motherfuckers burn. I'm letting them fight. I'm letting them look like trailer trash as they talk about people in Europe. Go back to your country. Okay, yes, let's get the popcorn and let's just watch y'all burn this shit down like y'all been doing to us for years. I'm okay with it, because they're feeling a little pinch of what's been happening to us since the inception of this country. Just a little pinch. Okay. But the biggest thing is for you to make sure that you are investing in yourself, because you are your biggest commodity and you are your biggest investment. That little video I just did that in 30 minutes before I came on here one day. I actually show you how to do that inside the Grow Your Money Club. So go to growyourmoney.club so that you could be insulated from the bullshit. You could have your own, you could start your own, you could build your own. Stop depending on these people to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself. Now, there's another, because Athena said something that I thought was important. She said, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Wait, Fort Lauderdale?
Florida.
I'm in Florida. I don't even feel like my vote counted. And it might not have, because watch this.
Leading up to the 2016 presidential election, Rolling Stone wants me to investigate a scheme that's removing thousands of voters that are voting in 2 states. Well, voting twice is a crime, so they're knocking off these thousands of voters. But where do they get the lists of double voters? I find that Brian Kemp is sharing his voter rolls with another Secretary of State, a guy in Kansas named Chris Kobach. Kobach is Donald Trump's special vote fraud hunter. Kobach takes Kemp's list of voters and cross-checks it against the voter rolls in 24 states, and they're scrubbing literally hundreds of thousands of double voters from the rolls. All these criminals. So I get my hands on Kemp's little secret list, and guess what? The double voters all have names like Jose Garcia, James Brown. In fact, in Georgia, they claim that this James Brown voted 288 times. I'm looking closely at the lists and realizing that almost none of the middle names match. They didn't care. They got rid of thousands of Jose Garcias in 24 states. In 2018, I'm sent back down to Georgia because this time Kemp has removed a breathtaking 500,000 voters from the voter rolls. He says they don't live in Georgia anymore. Okay, you don't live in Georgia, you shouldn't vote in Georgia. So I get Kemp's new hit list and give it to the same experts who tell Amazon and Google where you live. Believe me, they know where you live. The experts run Kemp's list through their computer and they tell me here are 340,134 voters who still live at their legal voting address.
So just like Marlo said, she had to go there. And that's what they want you to have to go back again. Ain't nobody doing all that. Thankfully, Marlo, you did. But if they're going to, they really can just say there's a vigilante law in these states where they can challenge any voter and say, you know what, I don't think this whole 20,000, 30,000 is what they've been doing. 40,000 people should be voting. And if you want to vote, Black people, Hernandez and everybody else, James Brown, you got to go show yourself. How many people are going to do that? So they could just throw you off of voting just by virtue of that alone, right, Marlo?
We actually had a viewer write in that the elections were not free and fair because they were not allowed to police the polls. And it actually prompted us to do a story about what is and isn't illegal, because people really think that they can just walk in on election day and monitor election counting. You can sign up if you're a member of the party. You can sign up to be an election monitor, right? So when they start to count the votes, you can go in there, kind of look over people's shoulders, any discrepancy. If you see somebody sliding a ballot in their pocket or whatever you think is going on, but there's a process. You can't just show up. And what I think is happening, especially with the internet, is bad information, right? And so then bad information breeds mistrust. So people are saying, I'm not allowed to go. Well, you didn't go through the proper channels to do it, right? Because there certainly were people there counting the votes, especially after what happened with the sheriff's election last year, where they had to keep doing revotes. There was challenges, Supreme Court challenges, everything over one vote. So whenever you say, oh, my vote don't count, I can tell you I have witnessed in my lifetime a one vote election. And then it came down to a 15 vote election.
Wow.
And he still only eked away the victory, but he ended up winning 3 times. Each time we went to the ballots, he won, and it was challenged by his white Republican challenger who had no experience. We're talking about a man who has served in law enforcement at every level. He's been a federal marshal, he's been a city chief, he's been a state police, and he wanted to be the sheriff. He is highly qualified. His opponent was not even a criminal defense attorney who was saying that the sheriff's office is not really about law enforcement, it's about management.
That part right there.
I think
the rule changes are here, honey, changing the rules every single day.
I think we need to touch on one thing because, we have trolls today. Hi, troll.
Hey, we love it when you're here.
We were called DNC bed wenches.
Hey, Tunty, where's that at? Put that up on a thing. Put that on a thing.
We'll call that. But thank you for bringing that to the table because we didn't have a chance to discuss this. I also think with this election, the reason why a lot of Black people did not vote Republican or voted for Cornel West or through whatever they did with their vote, I think there was a lot of expression of anger against the Democratic Party for one, not providing sufficient candidates, right? Or because initially they were trying to push Joe back out there like Weekend at Bernie's and that prop him up to
right.
Right. So there's that aspect of things, but also the other thing is not getting enough policy that will wanting our Black vote, but we're not seeing a return on that vote. So I think there was a huge group of Black people specifically that changed their vote or voted not Democratic when they normally in the past have, and I think that was definitely reflected in this election.
You think so?
Yeah, I think a lot of Black, and I've had conversations, a lot of Black people either are angry or tired of the Democratic Party. And also, even if they didn't vote for Trump per se, they would vote for Cornel West or they wrote their name in or whatever because they wanted a record to show that this was a pivot or a growing thing and a message to the Democratic Party that they need to like get it together and like really consider doing something for us that is significant and for us only, like that doesn't necessarily have to benefit everybody with the trickle down, policies that we kind of get. Right. So I think that was also reflected in this election.
What do you think of Marlo? Because you chomping a bit.
The Democratic Party definitely needs a shakeup, right? They definitely, you still trying to play by the games of decorum with somebody who will call you a fat ass bastard and say your mama ugly and walk away, right? So there's that part, but then there's this idea of this protest vote. I'm a protest vote. You're going to protest vote your way right into some regulations that's going to have you face down, butt up, no lose, right? No lose. They just going to give it to you how they want to give it to you. You could cry and say you're hurt. They don't give 2 Fs.
Right.
So I think that policy when it comes to Black people, you mentioned it earlier, Athena, we can't agree. So what is the policy that's going to help all Black people? We sit here as 3 women with 3 different economic structures in our lives, 3 women that are at various levels of business, 3 women that are in different industries. So where is there a one size fits all policy for us? And here's the thing, we could talk about the gay agenda, but the GLAAD group, when they get together and they create an agenda, everybody agrees, disagrees, or they decide this is what's right for us right now. We'll get the other things later. We don't have that. There's a great documentary about when Black folks went to Gary, Indiana. This is the rise of Jesse Jackson, right? All these Black people, the bougie Blacks with money, the poor Blacks from the South, the militant Blacks, the Muslim Blacks, everybody, the Christians, everybody gathered in black ass Gary, Indiana in the 1978, 1979 to come up with a Black agenda. The first day, of course, because we passionate people. So the first day, there was a little fisticuffs. That's what was reported, right? Oh, the Black meeting, the people was fighting. So all the Black people at home, they see this in all of their newspapers. They're like, man, we ain't messing with that, right? So when they finally do get an agenda together, nothing happens. And all of these people, Bobby Seale, Malcolm X's widow, Jesse Jackson, all of the great leaders of the 70s, 80s, 90s, right? They go their separate ways and they come up with their own agendas because the people at home are taking what's being said in the media and making their own decisions. So there was nobody for them to talk to. So that policy that they came up with, they didn't have a candidate to present it to because there were no people supporting it at the state and local levels. And so if I could tell Black people anything right now, stop looking up. What's going on at the federal level, you are distracted. And while you're looking up, your governor, your mayor, your legislature are fucking over you and you don't know it. The everyday decisions that are made as it relates to your life are being made in your city council, your local school board, and your state House of Representatives. That's where the decision making is happening. Project 2025 is happening in Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, in different parts because it matters at the state level. Once they hit the trigger at the federal level, the states that have already been working, there's going to be pain.
Mm-hmm.
Your child that has autism, your child with Down syndrome, they're going to be negatively affected.
Yeah.
The Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, things that people, you know, real life for regular people, people that are not in a great position financially or climbing the ladder are really going to be messed up because we're looking at the federal distraction and not paying attention to the state reality. And that's really where we got to get focused. We have got to get focused in the state that you live in. Because if you keep them fools from acting crazy, it don't matter what's going on at the federal government because you'll be insulated by your state laws. But if you're not paying attention at the state level, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Call me a fearmonger. I don't care because I read the 109-page legislation every day.
She do. Most of us don't. But you know, there's so many things that I think that we get distracted as Black people. Just like you guys said, we can't come together. You motherfuckers talking about transgenders. We don't support a lot of that shit. But we got to look at what is best for overall for us.
And how many y'all don't even watch women's sports?
Right. It ain't even.
Y'all don't watch women's sports to begin with.
As
y'all
quiet as it's
kept,
a lot of y'all messing with transgenders too now.
Y'all
and don't always say
let's discuss that. Or we could save that for another conversation.
We ain't gonna even go there because
y'all worried about the wrong damn shit. They worried about the wrong thing.
That shit, y'all not even watching women's sports like that. Y'all not even enrolling y'all daughters in sports. So the fact that y'all are worried about 5 transgender women in collegiate sports, get out my face with bullshit.
Right. And they ain't worried about the thousands of Black people who just lost their job. Okay, y'all worried about the wrong damn thing.
I want to also say this: even if you're not in government per se, that should be an issue for you because state and local governments do not have the capacity or the resources or the money to replace all those jobs that are lost. So the people who do have to go to work and not take the early retirement option are going to go in the job market. And what that tends to do when it absorbs so much people is it suppresses wages and brings wages down because now I can get what's his name over there for 75 cents on the dollar because he needs a job and desperate.
Right.
So it affects us all.
I'm glad somebody brought up Wisconsin in the chat because Elon Musk, there's some kind of judge election in Wisconsin, and Elon Musk is currently out there handing out money. Literally big donations, huge donations to groups and people trying to catalyze people behind whoever these judges are that they want in Wisconsin. So if you are living in Wisconsin, I need you to open your eyes. If you live in Louisiana, I need you to get your ass up and go vote tomorrow if you haven't already voted, because they're trying to send your kids to jail. They trying to send your kids to jail.
Elon is using his billions of dollars to sway this world the way he wants to. Not only, but a lot of these departments that he shut down, CFPB was investigated. They was finding the shit out of Elon Musk, and the federal workers that got laid off, the cost savings to the economy was less than 1% of interest per that 1 day of interest that they saved by laying off all these people. Now I can see we need government efficiencies, but to first go in there and just start laying people off. Now you got these people that do still have jobs that are overburdened, that now they have more, especially in Social Security. You have smaller staff, people calling now because they're trying to figure out they still gonna get their money. So it's caused so much chaos in these departments. They're coming in. It has nothing to do with government efficiency. He's stacking the chess board the way he wants to have it stacked
for himself. I miss when he wanted to go to Mars. What happened to that?
Yeah, he wanted to go to Mars. I mean, just like you said that he's doing he's in Wisconsin. This is what he did over in Pennsylvania.
Then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon.
Did he say thank you to the people of Pennsylvania, or did he say
Elon?
Oh,
thank
okay.
you to Elon.
Elon
made it happen.
I just want to make sure that we're clear of who made it happen, because the way Elon celebrated when they won.
is what victory feels like. Yeah!
Thank you.
Stupid ass.
Yeah, like these awkward ass
He's so
white boys with no
awkward,
rhythm. They,
stupid.
oh my God, they get on my nerves.
Ugh.
Listen. Elon with his harem too, honey, because you know he got all these kids and baby mamas.
It's a lot of stuff. But you said something. I'm sorry. You said something earlier, Athena, about no. You said Marlo. Somebody said something about having people go out there and try to manage the people who are voting or something like that. And what city was that? What state? Watch the
Those vigilantes showed up with their weapons and their drones. They had drones going over polling sites, monitoring people, like policing people, and employees scared to go into their office. We sent our teams out to make sure that they would be okay. So when you're showing up at a polling location in militarized or military-looking uniforms, vests, goggles, and with weapons, or just posting out in front of these boxes, you are trying to intimidate folks who have experienced a history and a legacy of violence.
That's what these people are doing. They're intimidating people. And I want to go back to the fact that they're talking about, if they want to just say, nobody got a real black name, but Jahari Williams, who's in the back, they want to say if they want to go and take Jahari Williams off the polls and challenge her ability to vote, they arbitrarily could do it just based upon I don't think that she should be voting, and they're going to take her off the polls. Now, here's the thing about black people, because we are reactive and not proactive. Oh shit, I can't vote. Okay, well, I guess that's that. They already know what it is that you're going to do. I'll be honest with you. When this election cycle started, I was like, I don't give a damn about none of these motherfuckers, because ain't nobody talking about reparations. Like, I don't care. That's how I thought. It wasn't until Kamala got in the race, I was like, okay, I want to see a black woman win, but not because I thought that the Democratic Party was going to do anything for us specifically. I just wanted to just crush these idiots who were Trump supporters. That was my big thing. Like, I want them to see a black woman in office. Oh God, they might slit their wrists, jump off buildings, all that. That was for me. That was what I wanted. But I still, either Democrat or Republican, y'all, I don't believe that anybody has black people's best interest at heart. So one thing that Boyce said, people in here like, this ain't Boyce Watkins' channel. Yeah, we own Boyce's, and he is allowing us to have this discussion on his channel, by the way. So whether we agree politically or not, and by the way, Boyce is not a Trump supporter, but whether we agree politically or not, one of the things he did say that I agree with is you got black folks over here fighting over which slave master going to take care of them better. Like, why are we fighting over this stupid ass shit?
Listen, Frederick Douglass talked about it in his autobiography, though, right? Like, literally, slaves would argue over whose master was richer, right?
That's crazy.
And these same conversations persist in our communities to this day, right? Oh, Elon Musk, because he got $1 billion. I don't fuck his money. I don't care. Your kids don't like you. I don't like you. That's how I roll. That's just me. Like, if I see your kids don't F with you, and you have made a life for them, and you have given them life, and they like, fuck Elon Musk. That's how I'm feeling. Because
he got a whole transgender boy.
That is
he got a whole transgender son.
A whole. That's why
talking about they tricked him.
That's why he bought Twitter, because he said in an interview that Twitter radicalized his son, who is now lives as a woman, and he felt like the wokeness on Twitter is what messed his family up. Now, if you ask the child, the young lady, the young, she don't even call her, don't even go by Musk. If you talk to them, they say that they learned that they were biologically engineered to be a son. Like, Elon bragged about how much money they spent to make sure that the child was a boy. I don't know which one of the Musketeers is lying, but what I know is what I've said before. If your kids don't mess with you, I don't mess with you, because that's your inner circle. Those are the people that know you best. Those are the people that know you when you let your hair down. And if your kids don't rock with you, I don't rock with you. So that's all I needed to know, that he had one little outlier that was out there that had the best of everything and don't want nothing from him.
Hey, listen. Sorry. What I will say is this: a president, whether whoever was going to sit on that seat, was not going to make anybody rich if you weren't already aligned into those policies. So, leaving things at a positive note and a solution-oriented note for Black people, I will preach what I've been preaching, which is we definitely need to focus on reskilling ourselves, advancing in our careers as much as possible, but also creating our own businesses. Because clearly, outside of what's going on in government right now with inflation pressing on your neck, and also AI coming down the pipeline, clearly the goal is not to give you more money and or to give you what you deserve. And clearly ownership and a business mindset is what's going to be needed to push a lot of us forward. And I'm glad that we have platforms like Grow Your Money with Constance Carter and the Grow Your Money Club, and even my platform myself with Elevate with Athena, an AI business class to help you guys focus on what is important in the long term. And what I will say about these platforms is you need to go in with a mindset of the long term. Do not go in a mindset that, your whole, you're going to be in billions a month from now. You need to make an investment into your future, because each day that passes by is a day that is wasted and a day that the government is reorganizing to keep you an economic slave.
When you talk about when your kids don't fuck with you, look at what Donald Trump said about his son.
But is Barron's aptitude, in your view, business or politics?
Maybe technology. He can look at a computer. I try turning off his car, turn it off. I turn off his laptop. I said, oh, good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that? None of your business, Dad. No, he's got an unbelievable aptitude in technology.
Son of a stable genius right there. Listen, only the son of a stable genius can turn a computer on after it's been turned off.
This ain't AI, y'all. That's not AI. That's the guy who's running the country. His son could turn the computer on and turn the computer off.
And because he can turn the computer on, he deserves to have a high-paying job. He deserves to be part of the meritocracy and not have DEI ruin his life. So good job, Barron, on pressing that power button. I love that.
One lesson I hope that we all get from Trump's presidency, the election, everything is this whole concept of fairness and this whole concept of hard work and guaranteed success if you do these certain things. That is not the rules of reality. That is not the rules people are playing by, obviously.
Right.
I need to make sure I'm qualified, and if I just work hard and if I do these certain things, I'm going to get what I deserve. That is not reality. Someone told me fairs are places where pigs get judged at, right? So what we need to do is lean into our own competitive advantage, whatever our skills are, and just find ways to monetize that and deliver to people, whether it's real estate, whatever your interest is, or you are interested in learning about, I think needs to be the goal, and definitely executing on some strategic career planning and business planning as well.
100%. And it's the reason why I have the Grow Your Money Club. It's the reason why I do what I do. Actually, to your point, and I'm glad that you said that. Thank you for that alley-oop. Because tomorrow I'm doing a training called Bring Your Idea to Life. I have like 2 spots available left. I actually think somebody just signed up, so I may have 1 spot available. So y'all get that last little spot. But I'm doing a training and it's a workshop, and I did it 2 weeks ago. And it was amazing. And what I'm doing, because this is the reason. Well, now we can disagree. Y'all could be Black Trump supporters, maggots, and all that good shit, whatever your political beliefs are. If you are a self-hating Negro, that is okay. Because at the end of the day, you still gonna face the same bullshit that we face. It don't matter. My son got pulled over by the police, and they saw my son was a young Black boy with dreads, and put a gun to his head while I was sitting there on FaceTime with him. Like it don't matter. And my son is he's on a dean's list at his school at Hampton University, about to be a lawyer, and it doesn't matter because he's Black. Okay, so I don't care what your political positioning is. You still need to be insulated from this because you're still Black at the end of the day. I don't care how much money you got. You're still Black. And so as Black people, we have to do for ourselves. And that's the reason why I do these trainings, why I do the Grow Your Money Club. So I'm doing this training tomorrow called To Bring Your Idea to Life. And it's a workshop. It's a small, intimate workshop. The reason why I'm making it small and intimate is because I'm helping you individually be able to take your idea, something, your dream, from ideation to manifestation to monetization. We could talk about this all day long, but if you have no solutions to the problem, then what do you're exercising futility. Like it's all for nothing. I'm offering you a solution. And so I did this a couple of weeks ago, and it was a really great small group. It actually was 2 days, but I just want to show you really quick what the people had to say. And then the Bring Your Idea to Life training was originally a 2-day training. Some of the students had an idea in their mind. They weren't sure what they wanted to do. They had a business that they wanted to really get off the ground, or they had a business that they wanted to scale and grow. Don't listen to me. Listen to what they had to say about their experience in the training.
I came with just an idea. I really didn't know how or what to do. I walked away with not only knowing what I came in with, but what I was able to accomplish while I'm here in my next steps.
It really take me out of my comfort zone. Although I have all these passion about specifically something that I wanted to create, I didn't know where to go. And this training actually helped me to take whatever was in my head, put it on paper, forced me to do what I didn't expect I was gonna do. I thought I was just gonna come and just follow a lecture. I didn't know I was gonna do step by step, and at the end of it, create something that I could actually start working on.
This workshop has been really informative and transformational. It's not just informational, it has actionable steps that you can do. And like throughout this whole workshop, Constance always see where we were at, asking like, why would we buy, helping us crystallize our offer, helping us, have more clarity and be able to articulate our offering and our vision and what we can, provide. And, I recommend this workshop. It's really, it has been transformational, and I'm thankful for signing up.
So listen, seating is limited because I can only take so many people in this training with me by myself. However, I want to help you get from ideation to manifestation to monetization. So you need to sign up for the training, and let's bring your idea to life. See, look, Karen was there. She said it was amazing. So y'all, if you want to get in, please, you better get in when you finish. Last night I did a training for Boyce for, I think, his real estate club or something like that. And it was lecture style, right? And I like to interact. I like to engage. We talking, you know how I do with the Net 7, Marlo. So I like to engage. We talking, we going in breakout sessions, we learning, we're in action. And so just having that thing where it's just the screen and I'm talking to the screen is, So, but with this, same thing. It ain't gonna be no lecture like she thought. I think it was Naomi thought it was gonna be a lecture. No, you got an idea. We're gonna make you and take it into a business, and you're gonna walk away with some action steps. And oh, by the way, Marlo, you got off the call early, huh? Did you go on the call?
I wasn't on it. I had a board meeting.
You got homework.
Okay.
30-day action plan from Net 7 Collective. 30-day action plan from Net 7 Collective for the next 30 days. Marlo's in the Net 7 Collective. And oh, by the way, if you're interested in the Net 7 Collective, go to net7bbs.com so that we can, so I could talk to you and see if you'd be a good fit for the program. But anyway, Marlo, what can we as Black people do to insulate ourselves?
You have got to find something to make you money, something to bring you happiness, something to use the skills that God gave you, whether that's thought, whether that is something artistic, whether that is culinary, whatever your skill ability is, you need to apply that in a way that's going to make you money, make your family money. And you don't have to worry about the instability of the job market, right? When we think about the 1920s, when the stock market crashed, Black people didn't go extinct because we went inside, right? We went insular and we took care of one another. We took care of ourselves. And that's what we're going to have to do. You're going to have to figure out a way to take your idea, turn it into a business, and do all the things that are going to help that business grow, help you connect with potential clients, help you look great within the marketplace, right? Everybody that has a product is competing with Amazon, Walmart, all the big box stores. So you have to come up with a strategy that lets you, a small business entity, be seen amongst all of the large people that are paying for advertisement and have thousands and thousands and thousands of products that people are searching for.
And how do they do that?
You do that if you call me. If you contact me, themarlowgroup.com, we can schedule a little talk and we can look at your website, assess what you have going on, or maybe you don't have a website. We can get you through that process of figuring out what website to use, what platform that you want to buy your URL from, anything that you need to get your business off the ground in a digital landscape. Contact the Marlowe Group. We will figure out.
So do you do a free consultation? Is that what you do?
I don't do a free consultation, but I have a cheap consultation.
Okay. You do a bit. So in this consultation, like, is this a business assessment?
Yeah, it is an absolute business assessment.
Okay.
We do a video call. We're going to open up your website. I'm going to tell you what I see from an expert standpoint, but what I see your live site and how I see people, you are missing opportunities to attract business customers, clients, growth. But it is a live assessment of your website. It's not just a chat along, me selling you things. I'm explaining to you where your website is deficient and how it could be bolstered up. Obviously, I'm not telling you what to do, but I do have a 3-tier package, right? And it's everything from a deep dive consultation with a recommendation all the way to you hiring me and I execute these things for you. SEO growth is slow. Like Athena said, you don't need to wake up thinking that you're going to be ringing in the dollars like these Instagram girls keep lying about. You don't need to think that that's going to happen, but we're going to take you from 0 to 10. We're going to take you from 10 to 100. We're going to take you from 100 to 1,000. I'm talking about impressions on your website that equal money in your checkout.
Come on.
For whatever your product or service is.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my assessment done because I'm playing. Okay, I got you because now you stepping on my toes over here, Marlo. You stepping on my toes.
I want us to be great. I want us to be found.
I appreciate you. Athena, how can they work with you?
Okay, so I know we talked about a lot, and I know I gave you guys a good word. Everything that's happening right now with, the government layoffs, inflation, everyone's worried about private sector jobs, even seeing wages going down. So how do you create a security for you that you own, right? Because even with everything that's going on right now, there's no guarantee. Employers are reorganizing work and implementing systems and AI to do more with this. So what you need to do is take the same strategy that they're using and use that strategy to help yourself. And how you can do that is to launch your own business using AI tools and functions. So my name is Athena. I'm a CPA and AI business expert. I have a certificate from UPenn on AI and business strategy, and I give you those strategies in my signature course, the AI Business Launch course. And if you can put my name up, you can find that
What's your website?
My website for the course is aibusinesslaunch.biz, B-I-Z, aibusinesslaunch.biz. And there you will be able to find my signature course that has helped so many people take their idea into a thriving business. You not only get we not only go over business concept, name, logo, we go over marketing strategy, we go over branding strategy. You get the tools for business registration and structure as from a CPA myself. You also get how to launch that idea and that business step by step within whatever time frame you can do. So if you want to launch it in 2 weeks or 90 days, I give you business plans. I give you everything with that course. It's like a one-stop shop, obviously.
Is this this is a self-paced course?
It is very self-paced.
Okay.
So once you sign up, you have all the video content. You get over 270 AI listing to over 270 AI tools as well. And I also go over certain tools that I use in my own business to help me as well. So get it now because the price is actually going up because I forgot to change it. So right now, right now, I'm not even gonna tell you what it is right now, but right now, this week, I'll keep it up till this weekend. But past this weekend, it's gonna be 3 times the cost. So get it while it's still hot.
And she has the receipts to prove what it is that she does. And I did the same thing. So my Bring Your Idea to Life was supposed to go up to $149. I've been so busy. I have not increased the price. So it's been $97. I just put it out there this week. It's been $97 the whole week. I was supposed to increase it, but my ass has been too busy. I don't know when I'm gonna do this training again, but I think actually our trainings could go hand in hand because I could alley-oop these people from going from what I teach them, the techniques, because one of the things that I really teach them is how to share value, how to be able to create value in your business and how to articulate that to your customer, which is really important. So you have an idea. Let's talk about the fundamentals of the business, but let's also talk about how to sell your idea. You got to be able to sell it. You got to be able to articulate your value. And that's one thing that I do very, very well. I can say I'm pretty good at it. If you look at JR Lovely, JR was there. She said, I attended the workshop and received clarity on how to structure and set up my new business. Get that seat, baby. She came and I'm so proud of her because she's here every day. And then I didn't even know her name is Josephine Rainwater. So she's there. And she's like, I'm Lovely, JR. I'm like, oh my God, you watch every day. Oh God. Okay, cool. Karen too, Naomi. I didn't know that they were all people who watch every day, but she just had some things in her mind. And she was like, I may want to do this. I may want to do that. And when we kind of figured out what it was that she wanted to do, and then I helped her to be able to articulate that so that she could sell it, it was like mind blown. So that's what we do inside that. You're going to walk away with just some transformative tools, and it's going to change your life. You've been stuck on the sidelines long enough. You want to do something different. All the shit that's happening around us ain't doing nothing for you. So the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And so if you want to do something different, again, I don't know when I'm gonna do this again because it's taking up my Saturday. It's warm outside. I'm trying to be outside. So I'm not gonna be doing these Saturday sessions too much more often. But if you're interested, go to Bring Your Idea to Life. Athena, y'all were so dope. Y'all are so amazing. I appreciate you being on here. And you know what, Athena, how many of you guys want Athena back? I know everybody was like, oh, we miss Athena. Oh, we want Athena. So you know what I think we're going to do? And then Jahari too. She's in the back on the ones and twos. But Athena is a relationship guru, okay? So I want to
I stay away from guru, but what I'm telling you is I'm experiencing what the girls want, what they're trying so bad to have. I will say that.
So I think we're going to have some more conversations just on relationships and stuff. And I want to invite her back so we can just kind of have those types of conversations on here. Not just for the girls, though, with some guys, too. Let's get some men on here. If you're a man and you know how to talk right, we can have these conversations on here. I don't know. Naomi, shout out to Naomi. Thank you. But we have some people up in here that called us dim bed wenches and things like that. So maybe not the one who called us a dim bed wench. Maybe don't invite him.
A man always trying to imagine you in a bed. You know what's that?
See, we're dim.
Why you can't imagine me at the bed? Why gotta be a bed?
We're bed wenches. Like what? So yeah, so we're not going to invite you, sir, but you know, maybe some other men that we could have on here. Oh, Sophia says she want to come on too. Okay, all right, Sophia, we'll invite you on here. We want to have a conversation. She be on here every day too. So listen, I'm glad it's Friday. I'm supposed to be going to hang out. I'm going to a concert tonight, supposedly.
And is that a day concert? Is that a day?
No. It's not a day. I have a good friend who's an artist who's performing here, and we're gonna go hang out and go to his concert. And he's a well-known performer. So we're supposed to be hanging out, maybe going to lunch and then going to his concert tonight. And then I'm gonna be here in the morning at the Bring Your Idea to Life training. So anyway, girl, I'm gonna see you in a minute. I appreciate you coming on here and dropping your gems like you always do.